What's going on, guys, and welcome to Happy Rider Reviews. So in today's video we are going to be taking a closer look at one of the world's most advanced smart lock currently on the market. This is the LOCKLY Secure Plus, and as you can see, it is the latch edition. Now it does come in several other different options for you to pick. If you don't like the latch version, you can go for the non-latch version, and if you don't like this darker color, you can also go for a lighter color. All links will be in the description box below for you to check out more details. With this lock installed onto our door, we can open it using our fingerprint, using a access code or a physical key, and we can even control the lock and unlock feature with our smartphones, which is very cool. This product right here actually won the 2019 Innovation Award, and that goes to tell you it is a very high quality product. So let's go ahead and dive right into the video and show you how this product actually look and work when it is installed onto our door. And here is the finished product, guys. This is what it looks like when you finish installing it, and I have to be honest, it looks very nice, and it is also very high in quality also. Since I have already finished installing everything, I will try to talk to you guys and show you guys how to install this verbally. So if you have a door like mine right here, that you have a deadbolt lock and you have a door knob. So originally the deadbolt lock was actually on top here. I'll insert a picture so you know what I'm talking about, and the door knob was at the bottom. So I have to uninstall the deadbolt lock on top and uninstall the doorknob and move the deadbolt on top to move it to the bottom. So after that, I installed this LOCKLY lock right here onto the spot where the deadbolt lock was. So the first step is, of course, obviously remove your old doorknob. If you have one doorknob, then it makes things even faster. You can just remove your original doorknob and then install this in. But if you have the same case as me, you have the doorknob and the deadbolt lock, then remove both. If you may have to swap the position of the deadbolt lock and the doorknob, but it's also very easy if you have to do that. It took me a total of 35 minutes to finish everything. So process overall was pretty easy, and LOCKLY also provide everything that you need inside the box. The only thing you need to have for yourself is a Phillips screwdriver. Phillips screwdriver is the one that looked like an addition sign. So first step, let's go ahead and remove your entire old doorknob and deadbolt lock. Now, after you got your original doorknob removed, what you want to make sure next is you want to make sure the latch right here is in the correct position that you need it to be in. So as you can see, in my case, my door opens this way, so I need my latch to go towards that way. But if you need the latch to be over there on the opposite side of the door, then you need this latch to be completely on the opposite end, rotating it 180 degrees the other way. So it comes with this little piece on the inside of the LOCKLY box, so you can actually change the position of the latch. So this is for the outer side of the latch. So this is for the port if you were to stand outside of the door trying to unlock the door right here. So let me go ahead and show you how to do that. Alright, so this is from outside the door. So if you want to move this latch completely 180 degrees around, then you need to use this little device right here. So the first thing you need to know is that there's this little hole right on this side and another hole exactly like this on the opposite end. And another thing you need to know is go ahead and open the key cover here. You need to insert the key right in here, since you do have this white dot right here and another white dot right here. So we will have to insert our key in here and then rotate the key until where the two dot actually meets right there, as you can see there. So after you do this, you will want to insert this little device right here into one on this side of the hole and one on the opposite side. And then what we're going to do is we're going to push this together, and what that's going to do is release the latch right here, and then we can actually remove the latch. So let me go ahead and show that to you. Alright, so once you have this in there and all you have to do is squeeze it in, the latch will pretty much fall out just like this. And now that the latch is out, all you have to do is actually move it over here like that, 180 degrees around. And all you have to do now is make sure you place the same device right here, kind of have it right here. You push it in a little bit at the same time you are pushing in the latch. And then when the latch is in, of course, this two thing will pop back out and lock the latch back into place. So I actually need to be on this side, so I will put it back like this. But again, if you need it to go in the opposite side, then that is how you are actually going to change the position. And now we need to also adjust the latch on the inside. Now remember, I have it installed already, but for you in this step, you have not installed this yet. So when you look at this piece right here, behind this piece, if it was not installed, so the side right by the door right there, there will be a screw somewhere right here. All you have to do is unscrew that one screw, and there is only one screw in there, so you cannot mess up. So unscrew that one screw. After you unscrew that one screw, then you will be able to adjust this door handle and actually move it completely 180 degree down over here. And then after you set it over here, you lock that screw back onto the opposite side, and there's only one hole on this side, so you should not be able to screw that up either. So unscrew the only one screw you see, move the knob over to the other side, and screw the screw back onto the opposite side, and that will lock the latch in place. Now, the next step you need to do is to decide which of this piece right here it is you need. So inside the box, it comes with two pieces. One is the long piece, like the one I have in my hand right here. Second is a shorter piece, which I have installed onto my door already. So when you put this into the hole, it depends on which one it is that you need to go all the way back there. If you need the longer one, then use the long one. If you have a normal door and a traditional door like I have here, then the short piece should work just fine. So once you fit it in there and the short piece fits snugly and touches the other side of the door, then you screw this screw in there. Make sure it is snug and good. Next step is we are going to install the outer part of the lock here. So have this piece ready. Now behind here, right on top, there is going to be a adhesive that is already on there when you take it out of the box. All you have to do is make sure you peel out the outer side. That way it can stick right here onto the door. Now you can actually screw a hole right there and drill a hole onto your door, but I did not do that. You do not have to do that, since that is the purpose why they provide the double-sided tape right there for you, and it is very strong. You really do not need any drilling or anything of that sort. So just make sure you peel that double-sided piece off. That way when you push this piece together, the sticky part will stick right there on top of the door. Now that we have this piece in place, now inside the box there are two more metal piece or stick just like this right here that will allow you to actually go on the opposite side. Now remember, we only put this side in and we have not put the inner part in yet. So now what we're going to do is insert this two stick right here inside the two hole that is on the outer side here. What this does is it's just pretty much a holding piece. That way it is easier for you to install your screwdriver and install in the inside part right here. So remember guys, for this step, for this two stick right here, remember there's nothing right here. We have not installed this yet. So all you see is your door. All right. So what you're going to do first before you actually screw this screw in is, if you can see right here, there's this little thin plastic board piece that you will have to put in first before you screw the screw in. Now on top right here, there is also another double-sided adhesive tape on there, so make sure you remove that piece. That way it will stick onto your door for now while we are about to install this screw onto the door. So now moving on, make sure you insert this two stick in here, one on the left and one on the right. After that is in, leave it in there. Now what we are going to do is screw in the screw right in the middle on top right there. After that screw is in there, then you remove this two stick that we just insert. Take it out, since now that screw is holding the outer part in already. Now we're going to take two more screws and screw it in the hole that we just removed, one on this side and one on this side. Now the outer part of the door should be very secured and locked into place. So what we are going to do next now is there will be a little wiring harness that you need to connect from the outer part of the door to the inner part of the door. So all you have to do is connect that harness. The connection is somewhere up here. Now the harness is very easy to connect. All you have to do is make sure you match the red side where they have a little red marking on there to the correct side on this piece on the inner side right here. So after you have that piece in the wiring harness, then all we have to do is take this entire piece right here on the inside and smack it on. And then after it is smacked on there, you have three screws you need to screw in. One right here, and a third one on top. After that, the outside and the inner piece are really secured into place. Now, the next thing you need to do is put in your battery. There's going to be 4 AA battery already provided to you inside the box. All you have to do is put the battery in here. This is the battery cover right here. After you put in the battery, of course, you can close the battery cover, and there is a little screw up here to completely tighten the battery cover. That is why I cannot open it to show you, but I can. You can open it, unscrew it. It's just a tiny screw, and then you can change the battery out once in a while when it is low on battery. The battery level will be displayed on the screen also to let you know when the battery is low. Now, after it is installed already, you are pretty much almost done. So the next step is you need to make sure that you have this piece installed onto the opposite side of the door also. So I use this right here. Make sure this one goes out here a little bit. That way when you close it, it will not mess up your door and paint or anything like that. So this piece is also provided to you in the package. But if you have this same piece on the door already, you may not need to use theirs. But the one I had before was just a rectangular one. I mean, it did not have this sticking out. So if you need it, it is already in the box provided for you again already. Now that you have everything installed, the next thing you need to do is set up the fingerprint, Bluetooth, passcode, or Wi-Fi, whichever it is that you want to use. Or you can even use, again, the key to open it if it runs out of battery and you forgot to change it. And at the bottom right here, you do have a backup 9-volt battery. That way you can actually, if something happened and you still want to use the Bluetooth or fingerprint version, you can put a 9-volt battery down here. Just hold it down there, and then you'll be able to use the fingerprint temporarily. And then after that, make sure you change your battery. The battery level again will be displayed out here once it is low on battery, so make sure you pay attention to that. But again, if it ultimately needs to be opened using the physical key, it is always there. So now to set it up, you can use there's going to be 2 buttons on the inside of the inner part right here. So if you remove the battery cover port, there will be a programming button and the reset button both in there. I did not use this button. All I used was the app that came with it, which is very, very nice and very, very easy to use. So all you have to do is install the LOCKLY app. And after you install the LOCKLY app, all you have to do is boot it up and then follow the instruction inside the app, and you will have this thing set up within a minute or 2. So I have it set up, well, before you have it set up, make sure to turn your Bluetooth on your phone, because the way it connects to this lock right here is through Bluetooth. If you want to use it for Wi-Fi, I believe you have to buy a Wi-Fi harness, which may cost a couple of bucks or something like that. But anyway, I did not get that, which I don't think I need, because you can connect this via Bluetooth and then set it up. You can set up the code, the fingerprint, and everything inside the app, which is much, much easier than to use the physical button on the back here to program it, which takes a lot longer and much more time consuming. So when it comes to fingerprints, you can have multiple fingers, and you can pretty much have one fingerprint for everybody in your family. And then when it comes to the passcode, you can also have multiple passcode. And what I really like about this is, as you can see right here, guys, so the number right here, each time, let's say if I finish opening the door, after that, the number automatically shuffles. So let's say right now, this right here say 865. But later when I finish putting in my code, the next time when I touch the screen, all the numbers will be shuffled. So 865 will maybe move to over here and maybe completely different. So very, very nice protection when it comes to security. So no one, even if they were to stand right next to you and they think they know which to press, even if they press the same pattern that you just pressed, it will not open your door. But anyway, so on the outside, as you can see there, the door will automatically lock once you shut it. So it is always in a locked position. As you can see there, when I open this, nothing happened right here. But if I leave my finger on there for a second or so, green light comes on. Now I can actually unlock it. So fingerprint wise, it is very, very, very sensitive. And after about 3 seconds, it will automatically lock again, as you can see right there. So I use this finger just now, and I actually have 2 fingers on there. So this is the second finger that I use, as you can see there. Easily unlock, and after 1, 2, 3 seconds, it will automatically lock again. So very, very, very nice and advanced product we have here. Also, quality is very high. So those 3 screws that we screws in total are very long screws, so it holds in place. I try to move it, but I cannot move it. Now my older doorknob, I can move it easily, but this one is really, really, really strong. So I really like this thing. You can have multiple password access code, and you can have multiple fingerprints, and it also comes with 2 keys for you to share with your family. So overall, it just really is a very advanced and nice lock, and a very, very good product. Now, what I did forget to mention is right when you open the box, guys, there's this little card inside the box. It's like a driver license, and on there it has your serial number and then your access code. So make sure you take a picture of that card and email it to yourself or save it somewhere, because with that number, that is the only way you can reset this to factory setting. You will need that number on that card, and that card is immediately when you open the box, it will be presented and you will see it right away. So make sure you keep that. And one last thing, guys, you see this little switch right here? It is currently on. You can actually put it down to the off position, and this will turn off the pad on the outer side. So when it is off, nobody can actually use the pad to open your door or anything like that. So let's say when you go to bed, you don't want anybody to get in. If you're mad at your wife, your husband, you want to lock them outside, then go ahead and put it to the off position. So there you have it, guys, the LOCKLY Secure Plus. Links will be in the description box below. If you have any question, feel free to comment and let me know. This is indeed one of the world's most advanced lock system and one of the best I have ever used thus far. So again, hope the video is helpful to you. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.